Act 1 of Every Man in His Humour by Ben Jonson. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Every Man in His Humour. Dramatist personae.
Noel, an old gentleman. Read by Todd.
Edward Noel, his son. Read by Rob Marland.
Brainworm, the father's man. Read by James Curran.
George Downright, a plain squire. Read by Algie Pug.
Well-bred, his half-brother. Read by Jim Gallagher.
Kitely, a merchant. Read by Joseph Tabler.
Captain Bobadil, a Paul's man. Read by Brad.
Master Stephen, a country gull. Prologue. Read by Alan Mapstone.
Master Matthew, the town gull. Read by T.J. Burns.
Thomas Cash.
Kitley's Cassia.
Read by B. Danziger.
Oliver Cobb, a water bearer. Read by Thomas Peter.
Justice Clement, an old merry magistrate. Read by Nemo.
Roger Formal, his clerk. Read by Eva Davis.
Servant. Read by Phone.
Dame Kitely, Kitely's wife. Read by Beth Thomas.
Mrs. Bridget, his sister. Read by Leanne Yao.
Tib, Cobb's wife. Read by Sonia.
Stage directions read by Bhavya. Scene: London. Prologue.
Though need make many poets, and some such as art and nature have not bettered much, yet ours for want hath not so loved the stage as he dare serve the ill customs of the age, or purchase your delight at such a rate as for it he himself must justly hate. To make a child now swaddled to proceed man, and then shoot up in one beard and weed past 60 years, or with 3 rusty swords and help of some few foot and half-foot words, fight over York and Lancaster's King Jars, and in the tiring house bring wounds to scars. He rather prays you will be pleased to see one such today, as other plays should be, where neither chorus wafts you o'er the seas, nor creaking throne comes down the boys to please, nor nimble squib is seen to make afeard the gentlewomen, nor rolled bullet heard to say, "It thunders," nor tempestuous drum rumbles to tell you when the storm doth come, but deeds and language such as men do use, and persons such as comedy would choose, when she would show an image of the times, and sport with human follies, not with crimes. Except we make them such, by loving still our popular errors when we know they're ill. I mean such errors as you'll all confess, by laughing at them, they deserve no less. Which when you heartily do, there's hope left then, you that have so graced monsters may like men.
Act 1. Scene 1. A street. Enter Noel at the door of his house.
A goodly day toward, and a fresh morning. Brainworm!
Enter Brainworm.
Call up your young master. Bid him rise, sir. Tell him I have some business to employ him.
I will, sir, presently.
But hear you, sirrah, if he be at his book, disturb him not.
Very good, sir.
How happy yet should I esteem myself, could I, by any practice, wean the boy from one vain course of study he affects. He is a scholar, if a man may trust the liberal voice of fame in her report, of good account in both our universities, either of which hath favoured him with graces. but their indulgence must not spring in me a fond opinion that he cannot err. Myself was once a student, and indeed fed with the self-same humour he is now, dreaming on naught but idle poetry, that fruitless and unprofitable art, good unto none, but least to the professors, which then I thought the mistress of all knowledge. But since time and the truth have waked my judgment, and reason taught me better to distinguish the vain from the useful learnings.
Enter Master Stephen.
Cousin Stephen, what news with you that you are here so early?
Nothing, but e'en come to see how you do, uncle.
That's kindly done. You are welcome, coz.
Aye, I know that, sir. I would not have come else. How does my cousin Edward, uncle?
Oh, well, coz, go in and see. I doubt he be scarce stirring yet.
Uncle, afore I go in, can you tell me, any have e'er a book of the science of hawking and hunting? I would fain borrow it.
Why, I hope you will not a hawking now, will you?
No, wuss, but I'll practise against next year, uncle. I have bought me a hawk, and a hood, and bells and all. I lack nothing but a book to keep it by.
Oh, most ridiculous.
Nay, look you now, you are angry, uncle. Why, you know an a man not have skill in hawking and hunting languages nowadays, I'll not give a rush for him. They are more studied than the Greek or the Latin. He is for no gallant's company without them. And by Gadslid, I scorn it, so I do, to be a consort for every humdrum. Hang them, scroyles, there's nothing in them in the world. What do you talk on it? Because I dwell in Ogston, I shall keep company with none but the archers of Finsbury, or the citizens that come a duck into the Islington ponds. A fine jest, i' faith. Slid, a gentleman mun show himself like a gentleman. Uncle, I pray you be not angry. I know what I have to do, I trow. I am no novice.
You are a prodigal, absurd coxcomb. Go to. Nay, never look at me. 'Tis I that speak. Take it as you will, sir. I'll not flatter you. Have you not yet found means enough to waste that which your friends have left you, but you must go cast away your money on a buzzard, and know not how to keep it when you have done? Oh, it is comely. This will make you a gentleman. Well, cousin, well, I see you are e'en past hope of all reclaim. Ay, so. Now you were told on't, you look another way.
What would you have me do?
What would I have you do? I'll tell you, kinsman. Learn to be wise, and practise how to thrive. That I would have you do, and not to spend your coin on every bauble that you fancy, or every foolish brain that humours you. I would not have you to invade each place, nor thrust yourself on all societies, till man's affections or your own desert should worthily invite you to your rank. He that is so respectless in his courses oft sells his reputation at cheap market. Nor would I you should melt away yourself in flashing bravery, lest, while you affect to make a blaze of gentry to the world, a little puff of scorn extinguish it, and you be left like an unsavoury snuff whose property is only to offend. I'd have you sober, and contain yourself, not that your sail be bigger than your boat, but moderate your expenses now at first, as you may keep the same proportion still, nor stand so much on your gentility, which is an airy and mere borrowed thing from dead men's dust and bones, and none of yours, except you make or hold it.
Enter a servant.
Who comes here?
Save you, gentlemen.
Nay, we do not stand much on our gentility, friend, yet you are welcome. and I assure you mine uncle here is a man of 1,000 a year, Middlesex land. He has but one son in all the world. I am his next heir. At the common law, Master Stephen, as simple as I stand here, if my cousin die, as there's a hope he will. I have a pretty living of my own too, besides, hard by here.
In good time, sir.
In good time, sir? Why, and in very good time, sir. You do not flout, friend, do you?
Not I, sir.
Not you, sir. You were best not, sir. And you should. Here be them can perceive it, and that quickly too. Go to, and they can give it again soundly too, and need be.
Why, sir, let this satisfy you. Good faith, I had no such intent.
Sir, and I thought you had, I would talk with you and that presently.
Good Master Stephen, so you may, sir, at your pleasure.
And so I would, sir, good my saucy companion, and you are out of my uncle's ground, I can tell you, though I do not stand upon my gentility neither, in't.
Cousin, cousin, will this ne'er be left?
Horse and base fellow, a mechanical serving man. By this cudgel, and 'twere not for shame, I would.
What would you do, you peremptory gull? If you cannot be quiet, get you hence. You see the honest man demeans himself modestly toward you, giving no reply to your unseasoned, quarrelling, rude fashion. And still you huff it, with a kind of carriage as void of wit as of humanity. Go, get you in. For heaven, I am ashamed thou hast a kinsman's interest in me.
Exit Master Stephen.
I pray, sir, is this Master Noel's house?
Yes, marry it is, sir.
I should inquire for a gentleman here, one Master Edward Noel. Do you know any such, sir, I pray you?
I should forget myself else, sir.
Are you the gentleman? Cry you mercy, sir. I was required by a gentleman in the city, as I rode out at this end of the town, to deliver you this letter, sir.
To me, sir? What do you mean? Pray you remember your courtesy.
Reads.
To his most selected friend, Master Edward Nowell. What might the gentleman's name be, sir, that sent it? Nay, pray you be covered.
One Master Wellbred, sir.
Master Wellbred! A young gentleman, is he not?
The same, sir. Master Kitely married his sister, the rich merchant in the old Jewry.
You say very true. Brainworm!
Enter Brainworm.
Sir.
Make this honest friend drink here. Pray you, go in.
Exeunt Brainworm and servant.
This letter is directed to my son. Yet I am Edward Nowell too, and may, with the safe conscience of good manners, use the fellow's error to my satisfaction. Well, I will break it ope. Old men are curious, be it but for the style's sake and the phrase, to see if both do answer my son's praises, who is almost grown the idolater of this young Wellbred. What have we here? What's this?
Reads.
Why, Ned, I beseech thee, hast thou forsworn all thy friends in the old Jewry? Or dost thou think us all Jews that inhabit there? Yet, if thou dost, come over, and but see our frippery, change an old shirt for a whole smock with us. Do not conceive that antipathy between us and Hogsden, as was between Jews and hog's flesh. Leave thy vigilant father alone, to number over his green apricots, evening and morning, on the north-west wall. And I had been his son, I had saved him the labour long since, if taking in all the young wenches that pass by at the back door, and coddling every kernel of the fruit for them, would have served. But prithee, come over to me quickly this morning. I have such a present for thee. Our turkey company never sent the like to the Grand Signor. One is a rhymer, sir, of your own batch, your own leaven, but doth think himself poet-master of the town, willing to be shown, and worthy to be seen. The other, I will not venture his description with you, till you come, because I would have you make hither with an appetite. If the worst of 'em be not worth your journey, draw your bill of charges, as unconscionable as any Guildhall verdict will give it you, and you shall be allowed your viaticum. From the Windmill. From the Bordello it might come as well, the Spittle or Pict-Hatch. Is this the man my son hath sung so, for the happiest wit, the choicest brain, the times have sent us forth? I know not what he may be in the arts, nor what in schools, but surely, for his manners, I judge him a profane and desolate wretch, worse by profession of such great good gifts, being the master of so loose a spirit. Why, what unhallowed ruffian would have writ in such a scurrilous manner to a friend? Why should he think I tell my apricots, or play the Hesperian dragon with my fruit, to watch it? Well, my son, I had thought you had had more judgment to have made election of your companions, than to have taken on trust such petulant jeering gamesters, that can spare no argument or subject from their jest. But I perceive affection makes a fool of any man too much the father. Brainworm!
Enter Brainworm.
Sir.
Is the fellow gone that brought this letter?
Yes, sir. A pretty while since.
And where is your young master?
In his chamber, sir.
He spake not with the fellow, did he?
No, sir. He saw him not.
Take you this letter, and deliver it to my son, but with no notice that I have opened it, on your life.
O Lord, sir, that were a jest indeed.
Exit.
I am resolved I will not stop his journey, nor practise any violent means to stay the unbridled course of youth in him. For that, restrained, grows more impatient, and in kind like to the eager, but the generous greyhound, who ne'er so little from his game withheld, turns head and leaps up at his holder's throat. There is a way of winning more by love and urging of the modesty than fear. Force works on servile natures, not the free. He that's compelled to goodness may be good, but 'tis but for that fit, where others, drawn by softness and example, get a habit. Then, if they stray, but warn them, and the same they should for virtue have done, they'll do for shame.
Exit. Scene 2. A room in Noble's house. Enter Edward Noble with a letter in his hand, followed by Brainworm.
Did he open it, sayest thou?
Yes, oh my word, sir, and read the contents.
That scarce contents me. What countenance, prithee, made he in the reading of it? Was he angry or pleased?
Nay, sir, I saw him not read it, nor open it, I assure your worship.
No? How knowest thou then that he did either?
Marry, sir, because he charged me, on my life, to tell nobody that he'd opened it, which, unless he'd done, he never would have feared to have it revealed.
That's true. Well, I thank thee, Brainworm.
Enter Stephen.
Oh, Brainworm, didst thou not see a fellow here in what shall call him doublet? He brought mine uncle a letter, he now.
Yes, Master Stephen, what of him?
Oh, I have such a mind to beat him. Where is he? Canst thou tell?
Faith, he is not of that mind. He is gone, Master Stephen.
Gone? Which way? When went he? How long since?
He is rid hence. He took horse at the street door.
And I stayed in the fields, whoresome scanderbag rogue. Oh, that I had but a horse to fetch him back again.
Why, you may have my master's gelding, to save your longing, sir.
But I have no boots, that's the spite on't.
Why, a fine wisp of hay, rolled hard, Master Stephen.
No, faith, it's no boot to follow him now. Let him e'en go and hang. Prithee, help to truss me a little, he does so vex me.
You'll be worst vexed when you're trussed, Master Stephen. Best keep unbraced, and walk yourself till you be cold. Your collar may founder you else.
By my faith, and so I will, now thou tell'st me on it. How dost thou like my leg, brainworm?
A very good leg, Master Stephen, but the woollen stocking does not commend it so well.
Foh, the stockings be good enough now summer is coming on for the dust. I'll have a pair of silk against winter that I go to dwell in the town. I think my leg would show in a silk hose.
Believe me, Master Stephen, rarely well.
In sadness I think it would. I have a reasonable good leg.
You have an excellent good leg, Master Stephen, but I cannot stay to praise it longer now, and I am very sorry for it.
Exit.
Another time will serve, brainworm. Gramercy for this. Slid. I hope he laughs not at me. And he do.
Here was a letter indeed to be intercepted by a man's father, and do him good with him. He cannot but think most virtuously both of me and the sender, sure, that make the careful costermonger of him in our familiar epistles. Well, if he read this with patience, I'll be gelt, and troll ballads for Master John Trundle yonder the rest of my mortality. It is true, and likely my father may have as much patience as another man, for he takes much physic, and oft taking physic makes a man very patient. But would your packet, Master Wellbred, had arrived at him in such a minute of his patience, then we had known the end of it, which now is doubtful, and threatens—
Seize Master Stephen.
What, my wise cousin? Nay, then I'll furnish our feast with one gull more toward the mess. He writes to me of a brace, and here's one, that's three. Oh, for a fourth, fortune! If ever thou it use thine eyes, I entreat thee.
Oh, now I see who he laughed at. He laughed at somebody in that letter. By this good light, and he had laughed at me.
How now, cousin Stephen? Melancholy?
Yes, a little. I thought you had laughed at me, cousin.
Why, what an I had, coz. What would you have done?
By this light I would have told mine uncle.
Nay, if you would have told your uncle, I did laugh at you, coz.
Did you indeed?
Yes, indeed.
Why then?
What then?
I am satisfied it is sufficient.
Why, be so, gentle coz, and, I pray you, let me entreat a courtesy of you. I am sent for this morning by a friend in the old Jewry, to come to him. It is but crossing over the fields to Moorgate. Will you bear me company? I protest it is not to draw you into bond, or any plot against the state, coz.
Sir, that's all one an it were. You shall command me twice so far as Moorgate, to do you good in such a matter. Do you think I would leave you? I protest.
No, no, you shall not protest, coz.
By my freckings, but I will by your leave. I'll protest more to my friend than I'll speak of at this time.
You speak very well, coz.
Nay, not so neither. You shall pardon me. But I speak to serve my turn.
Your turn, coz? Do you know what you say? A gentleman of your sorts, parts, carriage, and estimation, to talk of your turn in this company, and to me alone, like a tankard bearer at a conduit. Fie! A wight that, hitherto, his every step hath left the stamp of a great foot behind him, as every word the saviour of a strong spirit, and he, this man, so graced gilded, or, to use a more fit metaphor, so tenfold by nature, as not 10 housewives pewter. Again, a good time, shoes more bright to the world than he. And he, as I said last, so I say again, and still shall say it, This man! To conceal such real ornaments as these, and shadow their glory as a milliner's wife does her wrought stomacher with a smoky lawn or a black cypress. Oh, coz, it cannot be answered, go not about it. Drake's old ship at Deptford may sooner circle the world again. Come, wrong not the quality of your desert with looking downward, coz, but hold up your head, so, and let the idea of what you are be portrayed in your face, that men may read in your physiognomy, here within this place is to be seen the true, rare, and accomplished monster, or miracle of nature, which is all one. What think you of this, coz?
Why, I do think of it, and I will be more proud and melancholy and gentlemanlike than I have been, I'll insure you.
Why, that's resolute, Master Stephen. Now, if I can but hold him up to his height, as it is happily begun, it will do well for a suburb humour. We mayhap have a match with the city, and play him for £40. Come, coz.
I'll follow you.
Follow me? You must go before.
Nay, and I must, I will. Pray you show me good cousin.
Exeunt. Scene 3. The lane before Cobb's house. Enter Master Matthew.
I think this be the house. What ho!
Enter Cobb.
Who's there? Oh, Master Matthew, give your worship good morrow.
What, Cobb? How dost thou, good Cobb? Dost thou inhabit here, Cobb?
Ay, sir. I and my lineage have kept a poorhouse here in our days.
Thy lineage, Monsieur Cobb. What lineage? What lineage?
Why, sir, an ancient lineage, and a princely. My ancestry came from a king's belly, no worse man, and yet no man either, by your worship's leave. I did lie in that. But Herring, the king of fish, from his belly I proceed, one of the monarchs of the world, I assure you. The first red herring that was broiled in Adam and Eve's kitchen do I fetch my pedigree from, by the Harrod's book. His cob was my mighty great-grandfather.
Why mighty, I pray thee?
Oh, it was a mighty while ago, sir, and a mighty great cob.
How know'st thou that?
How know I? Why, I smell his ghost ever and anon.
Smell a ghost? Oh, unsavoury jest. And the ghost of a herring, Cobb?
Ay, sir. With favour of your worship's nose, Master Matthew, why not the ghost of a herring cob as well as the ghost of Rasher Bacon?
Roger Bacon, thou wouldst say.
I say Rasher Bacon. They were both broiled on the coals, and a man may smell broiled meat, I hope. You are a scholar. Absolve me that now.
Oh, raw ignorance. Cobb, canst thou show me of a gentleman, one Captain Bobadil, where his lodging is?
Oh, my guest, sir, you mean?
Thy guest, alas!
Why do you laugh, sir? Do you not mean Captain Bobadil?
Cobb, pray thee advise thyself well. Do not wrong the gentleman, and thyself too. I dare be sworn he scorns thy house. He lodge in such a base, obscure place as thy house. Tut, I know his disposition so well. He would not lie in thy bed if thou'dst give it him.
I will not give it him, though, sir. Mass, I thought someone was in it. We could not get him to bed all night. Well, sir, though he lie not on my bed, he lies on my bench, and please you to go up, say you shall find him with 2 cushions under his head, and his cloak wrapped about him, as though he had neither won nor lost. And yet I warrant he ne'er cast better in his life than he has done to-night.
Why, was he drunk?
Drunk, sir? You hear not me say so. Perhaps he swallowed a tavern token, or some such device, sir. I have nothing to do with all. I deal with water, and not with wine. Give me my tankard there, ho! God be with you, sir. It's 6 o'clock. I should have carried 2 turns by this. What ho, my stopple, come!
Enter Tib with a water tankard.
Lie in a water-bearer's house, a gentleman of his havings. Well, I'll tell him my mind.
What, Tib? Show this gentleman up to the captain.
Exit Tib with Master Matthew.
Oh, my house with a brazen head now. Faith, it would even speak mo fools yet. You should have some now would take this Master Matthew to be a gentleman, at the least. His father's an honest man, a worshipful fishmonger, and so forth. And now does he creep and wriggle into acquaintance with all the brave gallants about the town, such as my guest is. My guest is a fine man, and they flout him invincibly. He useth every day to a merchant's house where I serve water, one Master Kitely's in the old Jewry, and here's the jest. He is in love with my master's sister, Mrs. Bridget, and calls her mistress. And there he will sit you a whole afternoon sometimes, reading of these same abominable viola. A pox on him, I cannot abide them. Rascally verses. Poetry. Pfft, poetry. And speaking of interludes, 'twill make a man burst to hear him. The wenches, they do so jeer, and tee-hee at him. Well, should they do so much to me, I'd forswear them all by the foot of Pharaoh. There's an oath. How many water-bearers shall you hear swear such an oath? Oh, I have a guest. He teaches me. He does swear the legiblest of any man christened. By St. George, the foot of Pharaoh, the body of me, as I am a gentleman and a soldier, such dainty oaths! Withal he does take this same filthy roguish tobacco, the finest and cleanliest. It would do a man good to see the fumes come forth as tonnels. Well, he owes me 40 shillings. My wife lent him out of her purse, by 6pence at a time, besides his lodging. I would I had it. I shall have it, he says, the next action. Helter-skelter, hang, sorrow, care, or kill a cat, up-tails all, and a louse for the hangman.
Exit. Scene 4. A room in Cobb's house. Bobadil discovered, lying on a bench.
Hostess, hostess.
Enter Tib.
What say you, sir?
A cup of thy small beer, sweet hostess.
Sir, there's a gentleman below would speak with you.
A gentleman? Odd so, I am not within.
My husband told him you were, sir.
What a plague, what meant he?
Matthew, below.
Captain Bobadil.
Who's there? Take away the basin, good hostess. Come up, sir.
He would desire you to come up, cleanly house here.
Enter Matthew.
Save you, sir. Save you, Captain.
Gentle Master Matthew, is it you, sir? Down.
Thank you, good captain. You may see I am somewhat audacious.
Not so, sir. I was requested to supper last night by a sort of gallants where you were wished for, and drunk to, I assure you.
Vouchsafe me by whom, good captain?
Married by young Wellbred and others. Why, hostess, stool here for this gentleman.
No haste, sir. 'Tis very well.
Body o' me, it was so late ere we parted last night, I can scarce open my eyes yet. I was but new risen as you came. How passes the day abroad, sir? You can tell.
Faith, some half hour to 7. Now, trust me, you have an exceeding fine lodging here, very neat and private.
Ay, sir, sit down, I pray you. Master Matthew, in any case, possess no gentleman of our acquaintance with notice of my lodging.
Who, I, sir? No.
Not that I need to care who know it, for the cabin is convenient. But in regard I would not be too popular, and generally visited as some are.
True, captain, I conceive you.
For do you see, sir, by the heart of valour in me, except it to be some peculiar and choice spirit to whom I am extraordinarily engaged as yourself, or so I could not extend thus far.
Oh, Lord, sir, I resolve so.
I confess I love a cleanly and quiet privacy, above all the tumult and roar of fortune. What new book have you there, what? Hieronymo?
Aye. Did you ever see it acted? Is it not well penned?
While Master Matthew reads, Bobadil makes himself ready.
Well penned? I would fain see all the poets of these times pen such another play as that was. They'll prate and swagger, and keep a stir of art and devices, when, as I am a gentleman, read 'em, they are the most shallow, pitiful, barren fellows that live upon the face of the earth again.
Indeed, here are a number of fine speeches in this book. Oh, eyes, no eyes, but fountains fraught with tears. There's a conceit. Fountains fraught with tears. O life, no life, but lively form of death. Another. O world, no world, but mass of public wrongs. A third. Confused and filled with murder and misdeeds. A fourth. Oh, the Muses. Is it not excellent? Is it not simply the best that ever you heard, Captain? Ha! How do you like it?
'Tis good.
To thee, the purest object to my sense, the most refined essence heaven covers, send I these lines, wherein I do commence the happy state of turtle-billing lovers. If they prove rough, unpolished, harsh, and rude, haste made the waste, thus mildly I conclude.
Nay, proceed. Where's this?
This, sir, a toy of mine own, in my non-age, the infancy of my muses. But when will you come and see my study? Good faith, I can show you some very good things I have done of late. That boot becomes your leg passing well, Captain, methinks.
So, it's the fashion gentlemen now use.
Troth, Captain, and now you speak of the fashion, Master Wellbred's elder brother and I are fallen out exceedingly. This other day I happened to enter into some discourse of a hanger, which, I assure you, both for fashion and workmanship, was most peremptory, beautiful, and gentlemanlike. Yet he condemned, and cried it down for the most pied and ridiculous that ever he saw.
Squire Downright, the half-brother, was not?
Ay, sir, he.
Hang him, Rook. Why, he has no more judgment than a malt horse. By St. George, I wonder you'd lose a thought upon such an animal, the most peremptory, absurd clown of Christendom, this day he is holden. I protest to you, as I am a gentleman and a soldier, I ne'er changed with his like. By his discourse he should eat nothing but hay. He was born for the manger, pannier, or pack-saddle. He has not so much as a good phrase in his belly, but all old iron and rusty proverbs, a good commodity for some smith to make hobnails of.
Ay, and he thinks to carry it away with his manhood still, where he comes. He brags he will give me the bastinado, as I hear.
How, he, the bastinado? How came he by that word, trow?
Nay, indeed, he said, cudgel me. I termed it so for my more grace.
That may be, for I was sure it was none of his word. But when said he so?
Faith, yesterday, they say. A young gallant, a friend of mine, told me so.
By the foot of Pharaoh, and 'twere my case now, I should send him a chartel presently. The bastinado, a most proper and sufficient dependence, warranted by the great Carranza. Come hither, you shall chartel him. I'll show you a trick or two you shall kill him with at pleasure. The first toccata, if you will, by this air.
Indeed, you have absolute knowledge in the mystery, I have heard, sir.
Of whom have you heard it, I beseech you?
Troth, I have heard it spoken of divers that you have very rare and in one breath utterable skill, sir.
By heaven, no, not I. No skill in the earth, some small rudiments in the science, as to know my time, distance, or so. I have professed it more for noblemen and gentlemen's use than mine own practice, I assure you. Hostess, accommodate us with another bed-staff here quickly. Lend us another bed-staff. The woman does not understand the words of action. Look you, sir. Exalt not your point above this state at any hand, and let your poniard maintain your defence. Thus. Give it the gentleman, and leave us.
Exit Tib.
So, sir, come on. Oh, twine your body more about, that you may fall to a more sweet, comely, gentlemanlike guard. So. Indifferent. Hollow your body more, sir. Thus now. Stand fast to your left leg, note your distance, keep your due proportion of time. Oh, you disorder your point most irregularly.
How is the bearing of it now, sir?
Oh, out of measure ill. A well-experienced hand would pass upon you at pleasure.
How mean you, sir, pass upon me?
Why thus, sir, make a thrust at me.
Master Matthew pushes at Bobadil.
Come in upon the answer, control your point, and make a full career at the body. The best practised gallants of the time name it the passado, a most desperate thrust, believe it.
Well, come, sir.
Why, you do not manage your weapon with any facility or grace to invite me. I have no spirit to play with you. Your dearth of judgment renders you tedious.
But one venue, sir.
Venue, fie! The most gross denomination as ever I heard. Oh, the staccato while you live, sir. Note that. Come, put on your cloak, and we'll go to some private place where you are acquainted, some tavern or so, and have a bit. I'll send for one of these fencers, and he shall breathe you by my direction, and then I will teach you your trick. You shall kill him with it at the first, if you please. Why, I will learn you, by the true judgment of the eye, hand, and foot, to control your enemy's point in the world. Should your adversary confront you with a pistol, 'twere nothing by this hand. You should, by the same rule, control his bullet in a line except it were hail shot, and spread. What money have you about you, Master Matthew?
Faith, I have not passed a 2 shilling or so.
'Tis somewhat with the least, but come, we will have a bunch of radish and salt to taste our wine, and a pipe of tobacco to close the orifice of the stomach, and then we'll call upon young Wellbred. Perhaps we shall meet this Corydon his brother there, and put him to the question.
End of Act 1.